Mirabel and her sisters will be invited to Mal and Ben's royal wedding. Somebody will be going and getting her invited to Oradon, so we're going to need Casita so we can find Mirabel. As I have mentioned in the previous video, we're going to build the house in Blender in 3D. I think the house is important in the overall world of Encanto, more important than other buildings in other worlds. It is a magical house, and the village is kind of socially gelled around this house. In the last video, we made a rough shape of the house. It is a 4-story building including Bruno's tower. I want to make the house to look similar to Casita as shown in the movie, but I also want to put my own spin on it. I don't think the house was ever shown fully in the movie, so I have to make things up and fill in the parts that were never shown. A lot of the parts of the house was also blurry in the movie, so I'm going to make things up in the details of those areas. In this video, we're going to work on the front gate. Specifically, we're going to work on the archway, the pillars, and the stairs. We will work on the actual door and the front wall in the next video. I want to put in extra effort into the front gate area because I think this area will be shown and used a lot. A lot of visitors will be entering through the gate, obviously. It also felt like the townspeople come and go in Casita rather freely. It is Madrigal family's house, but the townspeople feel like they are welcome inside too. I'm going to base the gate from the house that was rebuilt at the end of the movie. In the beginning of the movie, the pillars had flower patterns on the shaft, but at the end there were butterflies. I'm going to make those butterflies glow when magic flows in the area. The doorknob also changed, but we will work on that in the next video. First, I started by making the base of the pillar. It is about twice the width of the pillar. It looks like it is made of slabs of clay bricks. There is the top slab, the slanted middle slab, and the taller bottom slab. I duplicated on the other side of the gate too. The pillar is made of basically two parts, the entabulature on top and the long shaft. I added some grooves into the entabulature to add some texture. I added 2 straight lines and 3 circular grooves. I think those 3 circles might be different shapes in the movie. They kind of look like flower petals, but maybe not. I couldn't make out the details. I decided to just add 3 circles instead. On the long pillar shaft, there is another long rectangular groove. Inside it, there are 6 circular grooves and half-circle grooves on each end. There used to be flower-like imprints inside each hole, but they seem to be replaced with butterflies at the end. I'm not going to sculpt the butterflies or flowers inside. Rather, the butterflies will glow as part of the animation only when magic flows in the house. I also added 3 stairs. They look like they are made of similar material as the pillars. I added some grooves for the mortal joint. I painted those grooves white after the modeling is done. For the top arch, there are 12 segments of bricks. I put in 2 thin lines of grooves that go all the way across the arch. I also added some bevels in between the bricks to simulate the mortal joint. And then finally, I colored everything using a custom material. I used brown soil image texture. I added a vector displacement to add some roughness to the texture. I painted some wear and tear using a brush. I'm not going to individually sculpt the wear and tear like in the movie for now. That would be extremely time consuming, but I painted some dark spots here and there to add some realism to the structure. I also painted the mortal joint white. Maybe in the future I will come back and sculpt more wear and tear, but for now I'm going to move on. I am keeping everything still low polygon. Trying to sculpt with too many faces and vertices would be just too difficult, and I'm sure that's not how you're supposed to model in Blender. Anyway, in the next video I will add the front gate and the doorknob and work on the front wall.